Hi there, Alan. I've got a website below. Feel free, go and have a look and leave any messages, any questions you want to ask, anything. It's right there. Or send me a message about anything that I've done, you've seen, or I've talked about on Facebook, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Now, first of all, I've got to say thank you very, very much for all the positive messages that you sent to me regarding a project that I did a while back, and I posted, and it's this one. I've managed to find it, as you can see. What I'm going to do is I'm going to open it up and take the camera and walk round it, because people have asked how I've done certain things. So I think if you can actually look at it as if you were here with me, I think you'll be able to get some idea about what I did and how I did it. The next thing is I also found out while I was rummaging that I found two projects also. One was using clay, which was an easy way of using clay that I used to embellish a card. That again I've got, and I'll show you. And I've also found the card that I did using the baby wipes after they'd picked up with the colour and how they turned them into a flower. I have got a not a blog, but I have got on my website, there's a project base that talks you through it. It doesn't show you, but it talks you through it, but I'll show them as well. Now the next thing is I've got to apologise if I get, well, first of all, two things I've got to apologise. I'm wearing this one again, and this is my good old keep me warm faithful crafting top. It's old, it's battered, but it just, you know, makes me feel good, and it keeps me warm. And if I start to grimace or I start or making noises, I've a filling on the back of me teeth has come out, and it's a bit sore. So I'm doped up with me painkillers. So fingers crossed, I'll get through it. What else was I going to say? That, and that. Right. Okay. What I'm now going to do is I'm going to close this bit down. I'm then going to handheld the cam, and I'll sort of walk you around. I do apologise if it's a bit blurry, and well, not blurry, it sort of goes wibbly wobbly. That's a lovely term, that, wibbly wobbly. And then everybody's got to use that in the crafting, okay? That is the word for the day, wibbly wobbly. And then we'll take it from there. Okay, right, thank you very much indeed. And I shall speak, I'll be back with you. Okay, now I'm actually stood behind the cam. I thought I was going to be able to handhold it. I thought better if I do it this way. So if I'm struggling a bit, because I've got the lever that's jagging me straight in the throat. So here we go. Right, this is the cover. Well, this is the thing. How I did this is just card. All this is 100% card. I've not used anything else. Here, to get this look, the faux leather look, is just using several distress inks from a certain TH. And again, I've used this card here, this bit, was absolutely saturated. I had to leave it to dry for about a good 2 days, because I threw that much wet stuff at it. It as you can see, it started to break down. Yeah, and then when this was dry, what I did is I used two different types of gloss varnish. And I used them together, two different makes. Now that way they react together, and as you can see, there's different where it's taken. Can you see? If I just do that, so you have a different effect. Now then, when you open it up, now, sorry, these bits here, these are just from this. It's a Sizzix die. They've got the long one. That's all that is. I just crossed there, cut off the base, and then stuck it there. Can you see there? That's where it came from. And then I've just used some little brad metal things to finish it off, to make it look as if it's stuck. There, that is again from Sizzix. And again, the little metal brads, I cut them off and glued them down. And then the key, that has been heavily varnished, and I sort of went to town with the embossing powder and I didn't bother if it ran over the edges. I wanted to build it up. Now, I hope you can, I don't know if you can see that, but there is a slight curve to it. I don't know if that can be seen, but there you go. There is a slight curve to it, so it does give that feeling of it being a key. Now then, to open it up, it comes. It's a 3-parter. Now this was done. I think I used one sheet of paper, one sheet of 12-inch card. Yeah, let me just get my ruler out so that we can. Right, where's that ruler gone? Right, let's have a look. No. The overall finished size, that's 12 to there, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 inches. So, I've joined it. Can you see? There. There. I've joined 2 pieces together. So that's A4 size. Then that's A5. So then obviously hold it in there, and then that folds in, so that's how you finish it. Now then, this bit here is just I've put a little tab there. This one is just short of 5.5 inches. There, 5.5 inches by, and that is 3 3¾ inches that way. So they're both the same. Then what I did is excuse me, here I took a scoring board and I just scored round simple straight lines. And this, when it opens, there's a little ledge there. There, can you see? There's a little ledge. That ledge helps to keep this from going. It stops it there. So that goes for the same for that. Now then, these I didn't bother. I'm not one of these people, as you can see. If it's not seen, why do it? I mean, why should I spend time inking all that up if it's not going to be seen? All this is just using. I think there's 3 different types of ink, and then just blending them on, taking it off, blending it on, taking it off, until you slowly build up a very rough. And now the more you work on a piece of paper, the more distressed it's going to become. So this is what's happened here. As you can see, it's become distressed, and then all I've done is I've taken the darkest, will be the aged mahogany, and gone round all the edges. So that's that bit, and then that's that. So that's the finished card. Right, I'm going to take it off the base now. So this is where it could get a little bit, and I'm going to try if I can keep my thing right. Now then, as you can see, that's how it stands up. If I turn it round, the back looks like that. Now, only these 2 pieces here have been distressed to make look like faux leather. This bit here has just been kept as it is, and it's just been over stamped using a brown ink pad. Now if I bring you up to it so you can see, I've just used some stamps, and I've used a distressing background stamp. This is just an ordinary manila tag, and that again has been inked up and stamped, and the edges are done. And I've also taken this looks like a little, again, the mahogany, and just brought it in down one side here to make it look a bit more dimensional. Then, and here, all this map here is just out of a old road atlas, and I've hand ripped it and then just secured it in place, over stamped it. Well, in fact, it's been in the wars, as you can see. That's, well, I can show you then. There, so that's all it is. It's just been in the war, I'm afraid. So I make these cards, and then they're just not thrown. They're just put into a cupboard, and they are forgotten about until I come out at a later date, and someone says something, and I think it's time to share. And then this here is just, I used like a bronze card, and then I've used the inks again on it to distress it, and it feels leathery, but it's not. If I can hold it like that, it's quite it's sort of, it's got that leather feel, but that's all down to saturating the card, letting it dry naturally. I didn't use a heat gun, because if you use the heat gun, it'll just, I think it expands. The heat will expand, and so just let it dry naturally. This is a project that took some time to do and to complete, so I hope this has helped. Now the next one is, remember I talked, Kelly did some clay. Well, this is what I did for a wedding project. All this is a lump of clay that I rolled out. As you can see, I wasn't bothered about the edges, and then I just stamped in the middle. That's all I did to it. I just used an acrylic stamp, and I didn't bother about the edges, as I said, and then I just painted it silver. Then I just finished off with the cheats ribbon, which is the tie around the middle, and that fold over, tie it up. So that's that. This paper, plugging it myself, is one of my designs, so I'll see if I can dig it out, and if anybody wants it, I'll see if I can make that available. Now then, remember I was talking about baby wipes? Well, these are used baby wipes turned into flowers. Now, how I did these is that they were a bit damp still, because if they're dry, just wet them a little bit with a spritzer. You want them damp, you don't want them wet. Then you've got to, on this one, you have to get something that's going to protect you. Use a pair of scissors like this, like that, because you take your heat gun and I don't know, should I? Right, I'll do one later on, and I'll show you what I mean. But this is all it is that when heat gets to the baby wipe, it just shrinks it up. So this is, as I say, cheap way of making flowers. So anyway, I hope that you found this interesting. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to get this posted up. What I'll do is I'll then do the hang on, I'm not talking to you, I'm being rude, aren't I? So let me get this back. I must do a tour of my craft room as well at some point. So, now then, where are we? You've got my belly, chest now. That's not very good, nice shot, is it? Right. What I'll do is I'll get this up. I'll get this posted up. Just so that quickly, I'll not do any fancy stuff with it. I'll just get it posted up as it is. And then what I'm going to do is that after I've done that, I will then do a separate video on the main project, because that's going to take a bit of talking about and what I'm doing, etc. So I'm going to close this for now. Thank you. I hope you found it interesting. And if you want to know or you want to see me make one of the flowers, then I'm more than willing to do it and show you how I made them. Okay, right, thanks very much indeed. Hope to see you soon. And take care, especially this. Please look after yourself, and if there's an elderly person living next door, just knock on the door and just make sure that they're okay. Okay, right, thanks very much indeed. Bye.